day before I released mine, like, that had to have been on purpose, you know? Like, that's just angering, because they've been doing this for, like, 2 months, maybe. I've been working in secret for almost a year now, and that's frustrating. But, I mean, I'm not even worried. It's just, that's my side of the story, and they just did the exact same thing to me, so.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn this mic down because I had to turn it up a lot. If you still want to talk, I have 2 microphones. Let me set it up really quick, okay? Because this microphone's really quiet, and at first it could...
Only one did anything.
Mm-hmm.
But every single one of them in that group made the decision to not allow me on, and then pretty much lie to me about why they didn't want me on. So why would I be loyal to anyone, any party involved? You know what I mean? They both did the same thing to me. Kyle, not really, but you're still involved. You know what I mean? So
right.
Why would I pick your side if I'm angry at both of you for the same thing?
Exactly.
I don't know. I'm still ranting because he sent me the angriest message.
Who?
And he gave me Jaden.
Oh god.
Like a long angry message, and he basically said, like, his response was like, what if you're in a band, right? So what if your guitarist decided one day to not text in the group chat? He puts his guitar in, he comes to the studio, he plays your live shows, but he doesn't text in the group chat. Would you still have him in your band? And I'm like, dude, that's like called being a fucking adult. Like,
yeah.
He has a family, he has a job that hopefully he will be quitting soon, but he has stuff to do. In fact, we don't get to talk as much as I want, but he's a great guitarist, and he does his fucking job, so of course I'm gonna keep him in the band. Like, what?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
That's like firing the best burger maker at McDonald's because they don't eat lunch with their coworkers.
Right. No, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Ugh.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, you did your job, and he even admitted it in the text. He was like, yes, the kid does his job. I just don't like the way he's a friend to me. And I'm like, whoa, okay.
Exactly,
right.
Yeah. Like, I was posting all the videos every single week on my day. I think I missed one day out of the time that I was there, and I just wasn't in the group chat, and we all know why, because of the depression and stuff like that, but I was still pushing through it to get my videos done. So that is a very weird situation. I don't know. And yeah, the thing with the whole fucking guitar, and if you would fire him, like, what the fuck?
I know, I was like, you just proved my point, because I actually don't get to talk to him as much as I would like. And in fact, I've actually been the one in the group where I went through a couple weeks ago where I was like super not doing well, and I actually didn't text in the group chat at all, and one of them confronted me about it. I wasn't posting on social media, which was the main concern. They hit me up and they said, hey, I know you're going through a really hard time, but like, business-wise, we're gonna take a hit if you don't start posting. And I'm like, yeah, dude, you're right, I'll start posting. But he's like, but take as much time as you need, you know what I mean? We're here for you. Like, that's what friends do. And then we didn't talk about it, and I started posting, you know? But that wasn't even the issue for you.
Right, not at all.
But that's like how you handle it as an adult, you know what I mean?
Exactly, and I said that in my video too. Like, if I was on the other side of the situation, I explained it about like the new member joining because I had a concern about that, and everyone got really angry about that. I would have handled it as, no, that's not why he's joining, this is why. I wouldn't instantly be like so fucking pissed, like going off and getting angry about it. I would explain the reasoning behind it, and I think that adds up to what you were saying right there.
Yeah, it's just frustrating to watch you go through this because I went through it and stayed quiet, and I figured, like, alright, they're getting a third chance after this, you know what I mean? Because, and honestly, another thing that I've never said to I guess fans is that, and I think Kyle will agree with this, is that if I was not in MDE, every single one of us would still be in our contracts.
Yeah.
Every single one of us would still probably be doing things we don't like with Brian Stars. If I was not there and didn't, you know, give everyone access to my legal team and, you know, the information I had and the information my parents had and the way I, like, wrote my letters to his lawyer and stuff, everyone would still be in that.
Yeah.
And so to be the one who, like, pulled us all out of a horrible situation and then a couple weeks later be like, hey, we're starting a new group, but you can't be in it, even though you pretty much just saved our fucking careers.
Exactly, right. Like, and I can admit, you gave me so much information to be able to, once again, yeah, like, tell my lawyer. I was very confused and young. I mean, I'm still young, but whatever, and I wasn't really sure what to do. But Shannon helped me a fuck ton with getting that done, and yeah, we got out of our contract.
Yeah, it's just frustrating. And I honestly would have gone on and never said anything about this because, frankly, I'm doing way bigger and better things that I love doing way
Fuck yeah.
more. So I'm not unhappy. I fucking dodged a bullet.
Totally.
A giant bullet. Like, I wasn't even, like, intent. Honestly, if I'm being honest, when you guys were talking to me about becoming part of the channel, I was going to decline anyways, but I wanted to, like, listen in and be a part of the Skype chat because, like I said, I'm going to be real with you about my intentions.
Right.
I want to keep every business opportunity open on the table for me, you know what I mean? If you don't do that, you're just stupid.
Yeah, like you're closing doors.
Right, I didn't want to close the door to working with you guys. I just also didn't think it was for me. But
right.
But you know what I mean? But that's like the thing is I don't know. It's so frustrating because when I talked to Jaden, I basically said the reason everyone's mad at you is that you're making this a fight when you just have to say this was a business decision or even a personal decision, and that's all the fans need to know. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And they'll understand. Our fans, you know, it's really frustrating to me because I don't think they realize how smart our fans are.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest problem is, like, when I meet supporters and people who listen to my music and stuff, I know they're all intelligent and all have a whole life story to tell. They're creatures of depth, and they just don't treat them like that. They treat them like they're fucking stupid and that they're gonna, you know, just believe what they say because this, and this, and they just manipulate the situation. But these kids understand. Just say it's a business decision, and they'll understand. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It just that you don't need to lie to them. You don't need to tell them your personal, you know, all of your personal business.
Yeah. Yeah, they just look at them as numbers, and they basically know or think that anything they say they'll believe just because it was said. And I don't know, it really pisses me off because there was a lot of things in there when I was watching. I was getting really heated because I was like, I know that's not true, and I can prove that's not true. I don't want to have to prove that that's not true. But then I realized that people may start to believe that if I don't step up and stand up for myself. So that's why I'm here right now talking to everyone.
Right. It's important. Like, drama is fucking stupid. But, like, like, if I was in your situation, had they blasted me when they, like, decided to kind of shade me and not let me be in the channel, had they said something on the internet, I would have immediately taken them down, you know what I mean?
For sure.
Like, I immediately would have shown everybody, like, what the truth was, but I was like, you know what, it just doesn't matter. But the fact that they're doing it to you, again, is so frustrating. And it wasn't even the first time when they wouldn't let me in the channel. There's always been shady shit going on with all of them ever since MDE. Honestly, Jaden is the only one I'm surprised in.
Yeah.
And that's what I said to him. I told him, I said, Jaden, of all people, I thought you would understand. You've been through the most out of any of us, and you're acting like you have no empathy towards Kyle. Like, how? I don't get it.
I think the thing that happened was, they were talking about it for months. You know how, like, if people are talking about one person for a long time, and that one person is never there to say anything, they get an idea of this person that is not true, and they can get angry for things that aren't just there. Like, someone will bring something up, and someone will bring something else up, and just cause this big thing that's not true, and they'll all start to believe it. I think that that's what happened, because when we were texting, it would sometimes take them an hour or so just to get a response out, because they're all talking together, and without just being real to me, without sending what they think or what they're doing, that they all talk it through really well and get a solid thing out, even though it was bullshit when it came out. It was just, they weren't being real to me. They were all fighting or working together to fight against me. I think that that's why Jaden got caught up in it.
Yeah, and it's really sad. And that's what I said to him. I was like, dude, I hope you think about this situation. The only reason I'm even responding to you right now is because I think you, out of all people, have, you know, the possibility to, you know, fix this, because I think you're the only one who actually might get this. And I think he does. I think he does get it. That's why I'm so not happy. That's why I'm so disappointed. I don't know.
Right. No, I understand.
And he just got mad at me. He basically like sent a text back that said, "Ha ha ha! You changed my whole life. Just kidding, not." And I was like, wait, what? I just basically said I love you and I care about you and I hope you do the right thing.
Fuck.
And you just sent something super mean back to me.
That is.
And honestly, like, if I'm being straight up, Jaden was my best friend for like a year and a half. So I don't know what happened.
That's fucked. That's really immature.
I don't know. It's
Ugh.
just, I don't know. I'm just really disappointed in all of them. I hope the one thing I want to get out of this is the fact that this has happened, I would say 3 times now.
Yeah.
So I just want them to learn, you know what I mean? I'm not mad. I don't think they're bad people. I was saying this to you. They're clearly not bad people. They're just misconstrued and don't understand what they're doing.
I agree with you on that completely. I
just want them to look inside and like just open their hearts to someone who's acting, you know, how they wouldn't, you know? And it's not like we're all like super normal people. You would think they would get someone acting like slightly different than the norm.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Oh. No, I feel you. Well, thank you for coming on and talking with us, Shannon, and
yeah, thank you.
letting
Sorry,
us hear
I just
you
want
out.
to say my piece.
No, you helped out a lot, and I really hope everyone was listening out there in the chat and just understanding, you know, or at least just hearing us all out.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I'll enjoy the rest of your broadcast.
Cool. Thank you so much, Shannon. I'll talk to you later.
Alright, bye.
See ya. Alright, let me get this mic set up back. Alright, guys. Did you guys hear that out? I really hope you guys were listening and taking all of this seriously so far. Because I know during that there was a lot of jokes being spread in the chat and just a lot of fun having, but I hope through that you guys were tuning in and actually taking all of this seriously and just listening to what's going on. Cool. Thanks, Damon. Well, do you guys have any questions? I'm not getting off right now, but I do want to thank you guys for listening and hearing me out, hearing me and Shannon out, and just listening through all of this and taking this as adults, you know. Genuinely hearing someone out is absolutely fucking amazing, and thank you guys. So, do you guys have any questions? About Alex. I mean, she's just in with the group and was texting. Alex was one of the ones texting the most. I think Jordan was there as well, and Jaden was also there. Guest Obama. All right, Damon. I think I'll have to force guest him. He's not in the chat, or he's not in the guest. But yeah, she was just in there as well with that, backing up all of the statements that were written on Twitter. Oh, and another thing, can you guys tell that their statement on Twitter was nothing as their video was? Did you guys realize that at all? Their one statement that they worked really hard to get out, and then they finally posted it, and then they realized that it wasn't going how they wanted. They're like, fuck, this didn't manipulate them to think what we want them to. Oh no. And they completely changed everything and to make it what the video is now. My statements that I've said, I've never went back on, and I've stayed true to everything I've said. You know, there's nothing that I said that I'm like, well, I don't think I wanted to say that. Everything that I've said from the beginning until now is how it is. You know, I was watching that video and I was pausing and debunking to Belinda. I said debunking, so I said your name all funny. But Belinda, and she was there to even back me up because she's been with me for about like over a month, hanging out with me almost every single day, so she's been seeing the most recent stuff. It's complete BS, it is. I'm not going to make another video about this because I don't want this to continue on. I just wanted to debunk some of the things that were said and explain some more things that were said. And thankfully we had Shannon on here as well to talk about things that she has went through personally and can feel me on the things that I've been through. She had a lot of very smart things to say. She's a fucking smart girl, dude. Like, I love Shannon so much. They would talk a lot of shit about her in the beginning and not wanting her there. And as you can tell, I mean, it's easy to fall into stuff. I'm a victim of that myself. And thankfully, I am now out of the toxic people who will manipulate someone to think something about another person. And I'm out here with my real true friends who don't do that at all, you know? Shannon is a great girl, and she got fucked by the old channel and the new one by the beginning. And yeah, she's very smart, and I respect her so much. And she's killing it at what she's doing right now. Oh, good point, Belinda. So, do you guys remember in the video where Jaden said, I forgot where he lived? Which is, anyways, a weird argument to throw in there, but I have something to debunk that right now. Do you guys remember when he said that in the video? Cool. Okay, yes, so if you guys haven't watched the video, he said in the video that I forgot where he lived as we were Skyping. I swear to God, Bazanti can back me up on this. When I was in Canada, I was talking to Belinda, and I was telling her things about my school and things that's happened in my school, because I, for some reason, being in Canada, forgot that she, like, lived in Ohio. I didn't forget, but in that time I did. We went to the same school. I was telling her situations that she already knows. She's like, oh, yeah, it was the same story that she told me. I was like, you know what, Belinda? At my school, I had the same thing happen to a girl very similar. It was the same exact story. It was just because I was in Canada, and for some reason, just the distance, I was thinking, because I dated someone long distance before, I was thinking, like, oh, like, this person lives elsewhere. How funny. But we went to the same school, and she talked about the situation that I was also talking about, thinking it was another situation. So, it's not like I'm not a friend of his. This is a girl I'm talking to, you know? And I forgot that she lives in my neighborhood, basically. She went to the schools that I went to, just for that split second of not being in Ohio. Does that make sense? Thank you for the people giving bars. Once again, I'll thank you at the end of the broadcast here. Okay, if it doesn't make sense, I'll try to explain it one more time, a little bit slower. So in the video, Jaden said that I forgot that he lived in Canada. Do you want to come up to the mic and say it? Would you think you'd be able to say it a little bit better? You don't have to get into the broadcast. I'll put the microphone over here. Just listen. Just be careful.
Okay. So, you want me to talk about the Skype?
Just that, like the whole situation on how he said it and then what happened with you.
Okay, well, Jaden said that in a Skype call one time, Kyle had forgotten where Jaden lived because he was about to visit Canada. And while Kyle was in Canada, I was texting him a story about this girl at my school. I'm not going to tell a story, obviously. Yeah. But, I told the story, and he's like, wow, that happened to a girl that was at my school, too. Like, that's so weird. And I'm like, what other school did you go to? And he's like, oh my God, I forgot that we went to the same school. I kind of forgot where you lived for a second, because when you're traveling all the time, it's just easy to remember things like that for a second, you know?
Like when you travel a lot, you get lost in like where you really are and the people where they live and stuff. Does that make sense? Do you want a nickname there? Okay, so she had to help me there. Oh, hold on. Oh, you almost threw up. She tried to burp into the microphone, guys. Okay. So you heard that, right? Does that make sense now? It's totally understandable? Yes, thank you. So, it's not that I was being a bad friend and forgetting where he lives. Like, that's a weird argument anyways. It's like they're reaching for things. I'm surprised they didn't say the birthday thing. I think they finally realized that that's stupid. And so they grabbed for this, and they were like, maybe this will have people feel for us? It's like, what? I don't know, guys. They're switching how they're handling this situation to help them. And it's sad. With the new... Oh, yeah. So, yes, the main thing that happened first is, Oh, shit. Okay. So, Shannon has something to debunk the hospital thing really quick. Okay. But, so the main thing, that started everything was that I had a concern with the new member. Did you ever hear them say anything about that? That was the first thing that started everything off, and they never ever mentioned it in the video. Ever. It was a big part. A big part. And they never said it. That's true as well. Yeah, she's saying that, they're just talking about how I was gone from the chat for so long. And first of all, that was because of the depression that they now know of, but they're acting like they felt it beforehand, but obviously they didn't because they were talking shit and gathering shitty opinions about me. They didn't even think about it at all. I can tell. They never once just texted me personally. The one time they texted me personally was the time and the day that I was kicked out. I responded to them when they texted me personally. If they notice that I'm not in the group chat, I'm not checking the group chat at all, they're saying that they're reaching so hard. But the one time that they reached enough to get me was the one time they texted me personally. And that was also the one day, or the day that I was kicked out. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked, but, I think I said it, everything. I think. She was helping me remember some stuff. Oh, yeah. Yeah, sorry, she's helped me out a lot here. So, the main thing also is, I would still be in the channel right now if, I never brought those concerns to them. Or if they never, if they never heard my concerns of the new member. I would still be in the channel. I promise you. It's like, it's that shitty that I would still be in it if I never brought up the concerns, and the one concern that they're not bringing up in the video. What concern? I said it in my video if you want to go check my video, but a gist of it is the new member joining. I had a concern that maybe the new member joining was there to help. Wanted the tour to be a band tour because he just started his new band stuff. He was pushing all this band stuff on there, and that's when it fell apart. Because it wasn't about the channel anymore, it was about the band. I was scared that maybe that's going to be the case. I have a reason and some backing evidence to be scared of that because it's happened in the past with someone else. Oh, and when they said that they came onto my YouNow to tell me to come and Skype, no. You guys, a lot of you guys were there for that. They were attacking me. They were calling me immature. I think that I've been called childish. I've been told that I was pinning my depression on them. Probably once did they say, Skype with me. The rest of it was bashing, bro. Bashing. That's another thing. So, Belinda's the best. She is my caretaker right now. So check this out. So they told me to get off, and they agreed that we could talk about it in text instead of Skype. I swear to you, the minute that I got off the broadcast, you remember when I got off the broadcast to text them? Remember we finally came to an agreement about them? Not a single text was said. I texted multiple text messages to finally get them to answer, to then them start saying that I'm getting kicked out. They left me on a cliffhanger, hoping that I would tweet that I'm kicked out before I was really kicked out or something like that. Because they left me on a cliffhanger, and I literally said, don't leave me on a cliffhanger. Am I kicked out? Yes or no. I finally got the yes from Let's Find Out. I don't think so, actually. I think it was Jaden. It was Jaden. Trust is kind of broke here, so no. They left me on a cliffhanger by saying, Alex said this, it's not just Jordan. We all agree that this isn't feeling like a positive team. We all think it's best if you focus on yourself and being happy without this huge commitment of a channel. And then I said, so am I in the channel or am I out? I need an answer, not a cliffhanger. Yes or no. So check this out. When they told me that they're finally down to talk, look how many texts I sent. I even sent a video in there because they were framing me for something. To finally get them to respond. They told me to get off to talk to them. And then I started getting kicked out. They told me, get off and we will talk to you. I had to spam text to get a response. They lied for me to get off so I wasn't kicked out on YouNow so I could tell you guys right away. Yes, I don't think that's really about this drama, but they did screw over Drake, and Drake is helping me out through this. He texted me being a good friend, but yes, they did screw over him first. I got a new text. Okay, so she doesn't have the text because she has a new phone, but I'm gonna read this aloud. Let me read through it to make sure she wants me to read this aloud here. This is from Shannon. That's true. Okay, yes, read it all if you want. Okay, cool. So first she told me I got a new phone, so I don't have the actual text. He might have even shown you. I think that he did show me if I remember correctly. But remember when I got all of my profiles deleted, the hacker leaked my phone number and my personal email. Once again, this is from Shannon. The hacker was actually texting me, blackmailing me. I was so scared. None of them reached out to me, and this was all over the internet. There was no way they didn't see my accounts post my phone number. I have something to say about this, Shannon, in a second. Sorry, I lost my place. All over the internet. There was no way they didn't see the accounts post my phone number. Sorry. And harassed my fans. My whole career was deleted with one stroke, and I was being blackmailed. No one helped me, and I sent a text fucking yelling at Jaden and you mostly for not being there when I needed them, and he accused me of he's accusing you of the same thing he did to me. He pulled a muscle in his chest, dude. Like, chill out, you're not dying. Okay, so sorry I stuttered up a bunch, but so Shannon, yes, I didn't respond to you either, and I am so greatly sorry for that. Everyone started saying in that channel that you hacked your own accounts for publicity. They were all spreading that around to everyone, and they beat it into me to believe it. Obviously, I swear to God, I don't think that's the case, but every single member said that you hacked yourself for publicity, and that's not true. That's why my fans were saying that? Yes. She just said that. And they beat it into me, Shannon, and I'm so sorry. Obviously, that's a toxic fucking situation, and I'm glad I'm out of it, but I'm still sorry, Shannon, that I fell into that, and I let them put false things into my head to a actual respectful human being who would obviously not do that. Just let it go. I am. But the new video was posted with a bunch of things that
I've been by your side with, less than 100 viewers and not 1,000 viewers. It's not about the views. I have your back in this. This is what I want to say.
Thanks, man. Okay.
First thing, when you came to my house, I made a point to tell you to text Jaden that we should hang out, even though Jaden lives 4 hours away from me. He lives 4 hours. I was willing to drive 4 hours to hang out with us, all of us together. Not even just to hang out, not even to make videos, not to do anything, just to hang out because we're all friends. And we texted him, and he texted us back, and he was like, "Yeah, sure, like let me know." We didn't end up going because there was other reasons on why.
Yep.
Like it's really not even important. We couldn't make it. But anyways, so that was I have another thing too. I don't know if I'm allowed to. expose who that new member is, but I feel like it's a pretty big key component.
Without saying names, you can still talk about why. I don't want to.
Okay, well, here's the thing. The main reason why all of this started is because Kyle had a question concerning the channel. This was about the channel. The same people that said he didn't care about the channel. He had a question about the channel, saying, you know, is this new member going to take away, and only, you know, is it going to be for all the wrong reasons? Which I know who the new member is, and I know that Kyle wasn't wrong for having this suspicion, because he was right. And as you can tell, they panicked and kicked Kyle out of the channel because he was right. And they brought up a bunch of bullshit reasons to say why they kicked Kyle out. Like, oh, he wasn't responding. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Kyle was pulling his weight equally the same amount as everyone else. He was creating content. He missed 1 week, I'm pretty sure, out of all of it. So all of a sudden, because Kyle had a question concerning the channel's, like, you know, what was going to happen to the channel when this new member was going to join, because he knew that it was going to only promote and push some other thing, that was a pretty normal question to ask.
Yeah.
Especially someone that cares as much as Kyle about YouTube and about the channel. Kyle is the only person I know that I watched his old videos yesterday, and one of his first videos, he made a video response to the vlogumentary, and he said, I've always wanted to be a YouTuber, and I will do anything to become a YouTuber, and I love YouTube, I love directing, I love editing, etc., etc. So you can tell that Kyle's heart was always in making YouTube videos and participating in the channel. All of these reasons that they're giving are complete and utter bullshit, and yesterday I tried hitting up Jaden a few times, and he ignored me every single time, never said anything. And I know he got my calls, I know he got my messages.
For sure.
Didn't respond to one thing, because he knew that I was going to say the truth, and he didn't know what to respond to that.
Yep.
Now, I'm not trying to get involved on their side, because whatever, I don't care. But I have a feeling they don't like me just because I'm on Kyle's side. Anyways, the real point that I'm trying to make here is they ignored Kyle's main question about the channel's, like, you know, well-being. And then they panicked and kicked Kyle out and gave a bunch of bullshit reasons. And you guys will see who the new person is, and once you see who the new member is, you're gonna be like, everyone is gonna be like, holy fuck, Kyle was so right, and this makes so much sense.
Yeah.
And that's all I want to say. I'm not, you know, if you have anything to ask me.
Well, yeah, thank you so much. But I agree. Once the member comes out, you don't have to agree with me on, you know, you can think that any reason why this person's joined, but I think that everyone will be able to be like, okay, I see why Kyle had this concern, you know? It makes sense.
Right.
So, yeah, well, thank you so much for being on, and, putting some input in, because that helps out a lot. Thank you so much, Bizanti. And Bizanti has always been here. He's not here to gain viewers from this broadcast, because, yeah, he knows that this isn't the normal amount of views that I get, and he's always been so fucking supportive of me with everything that I do. So, yeah, he's just here to help out and put some input in. So,
I love you, brother.
I love you, Bizanti. I'll talk to you later.
I'll be watching.
All right, bye.